Yo guys, I hope we are good. I hope we are well. It's a Tuesday and I just wanted to talk about creativity and health, music to be specific, but kind of all forms of creativity and how they interlink with health, or if they even interlink with health as a whole. Like, I really kind of just wanted to start a discussion on these kind of two worlds. For me personally, they are very much interlinked because these are my two main kind of passions. If you don't know already, I'm a music producer, and I also do a lot of health work in the sense that I like a lot of fitness stuff, I like nutrition, I like food, I like mental health. I'm interested in kind of all of these avenues. But yeah, so over the last few weeks, I kind of had an idea to combine my knowledge so far anyway, and my research into a booklet of some kind or some form of document. And this was because I on my social media, I'm pretty consistent in posting my my gym process, my my routines and my calisthenic stuff. And people do ask me all the time, like, oh, like, this is my position, how can I do this XYZ, or can I have some advice on this, or can I have some tips on that? So I was just thinking, so I would always help people, I always guide them relative to myself. But I thought, you know what, if I just put all of this information into one place and then have that as a set thing, a document, then it will make things a lot easier, because I can be like, yeah man, like, I can help, this might help this XYZ, but if you want to see everything all in one, here is what I've created. So I was like, you know what, let me give it a try. So the other day I finished the document. It's called Beets and Beats, as in beats like musical beats, and beets as in beetroots. And I thought it was a cool kind of fun way to combine the two worlds. This was actually influenced by one of my boys, Shoulder, who gave me the name idea, but I think it really just works in a nice harmony, and I feel like it will be a cool like umbrella topic kind of area that I can explore other things that relate to both worlds. Maybe like do a podcast, maybe do some, I'm thinking about some content that is like literally combining kind of music production with some form of health content, but these are all things that are pending. But anyway, so I completed my document. It is, I think it's 14 pages in total. It's basically a full calisthenics guide. So calisthenics is body weight exercise. So anything that includes just your body weight in terms of exercise is a form of calisthenics. So a push-up is a form of calisthenics, a pull-up, a sit-up, a row, there's numerous things, there's many different things, a dips, there's numerous things that we can do simply just with our body weight. And the reason why it's so cool is that as you train more just on body weight exercise, you're putting on more muscle mass, you're getting stronger, which is then making it more difficult to do these body weight exercises. So it's kind of like an exponential growth. So it's really cool because you can kind of, you're kind of almost training yourself within yourself with no extra weight. And then you can go on to add extra weight if you so please. Like, you can buy a weighted vest like I have. I've got a 10 kg weighted vest which goes around me like a kind of like a bulletproof vest. And mash sets on that. That again can like really progress your calisthenics growth. But yeah, all of these kind of things just super interesting for me, and I put all of those exercises all into the guide with the correct form, because I feel like form is really underplayed in general, because you know you can do a set of 10 push-ups and your form could be completely wrong, and you could be creating an imbalance in your body because of the wrong form. You could be potentially injuring a certain muscle. You could also be limiting your actual your muscle growth because you're not actually exercising the certain muscles that are actually required for the correct exercise. So I have, for every exercise, I have a little bit about form. I have some reps and sets that I recommend, so like a beginner level reps and sets, intermediate reps and sets, expert reps and sets per exercise, and then I have variations. So calisthenics is so great because you can also easily vary all of these relatively simple exercises and then target different muscle groups. So with a push-up, for instance, there's so many different types of push-ups you can do that can literally build your shoulders, your triceps, your biceps to a certain extent, your forearms, your chest, the top of your back, mid back, all of this just through a push-up. You can do standard push-ups on the side, you can do diamonds, you can do extra wide grip, you can do a decline or an incline. There's so many different options, and they all work different areas under the same umbrella as a push-up. So imagine that kind of breakdown for every exercise, with also with pictures, with clear pictures alongside showing the different motions in the exercise, as well as attached videos. So on each page I've got the exercise, photos, description, variations, sets, photos, and then attached videos. So as we go through, you can explore all the different areas and make sure you're doing them correct. Also in the booklet I've included some recipes that I really enjoy cooking. So that is another thing that comes along with the booklet, which some very nutritious, simple, tasty recipes. And yeah, so I think I got a polenta one, I got a salad, I got a fruit bowl with yogurt, very simple, and then I got a honey soy beef. I think those are the main ones I've got. So they're all very simple, quite accessible recipes, very tasty, very nutritious. So yeah, we've got that, and included in the bundle, I also thought about offering a consultation, just a short 30-minute consultation that really allows the person to tailor whatever they want to do to themselves, because everyone obviously has different body types, different makeups, different genes, all of these different things. So there's no correct answer that can just be applied to every person. So this is kind of my once I kind of pulled it all together, you got the booklet with the recipes, breakdowns, videos, photos. Then you got the one-on-one consultation, which would just be like a Zoom, online Zoom, or through email. And then I've also included a free musical beat, hence the name Beats and Beats. So this is gonna come with the booklet as well, attached to the email just as a file, so you can use it as you like. And yeah, this particular beat with the booklet I've made here is one of my favorites. It's just got a real nice energy to it. It's quite bouncy. It's got a lot of life to it, and yeah, I feel like people could enjoy it too. So yeah, all of this can be found at my Patreon, which I'm going to put in the description below. And yeah, if that sounds like it would interest you, click the link below or send me a message and you can ask me some more information. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on recently, and I just feel like I haven't really seen it, this combination of things being focused on too much online or even in person. And I started to ask myself why as well, because I feel like there may be a certain stigma around health and fitness that's kind of like, oh, like it's a bit lame, or it's a bit like the importance of it isn't really stressed or understood enough. So I feel like when that's combined with a kind of creative music kind of thing, or whatever it is, it's almost like the antithesis of that. It's almost like the opposite. Like the music side is seen as like cool, trendy stuff. So maybe that's why they haven't been explored together. And I just think to myself, like, why aren't there any major music producers, artists, singers that are really promoting this kind of like working out stuff, like calisthenics or gym or whatever it is? When I think of someone, like, no one comes to mind when I think of any artist, really. And I don't know why that is. Is that because creative people aren't really that invested into health? Or is like, let's start a discussion around this. Let's try to understand why together, because to me it makes a lot of sense, and certain creative problems maybe can be solved with certain health solutions and vice versa. But it's actually I've been watching a lot of a guy called Alain de Botton, and he's been doing podcasts here and there, and he is an author, and he also started something called the School of Life, which is just an all-encompassing kind of breakdown of modern society. And he always kind of puts into his podcast, where he always threads it in somehow, that it's really important that we have a holistic view on certain things, or on all things, to be honest. Because imagine, there's a lot of stuff in health and hospitals and that those kind of realms, that if they would just approach that a slightly different angle, and maybe take into account things that wouldn't normally be taken into account, like things that aren't as black and white, things that aren't as scientific, aren't as right or wrong, that they're a bit more in that grey area. If those things are taken more into account, then I feel like a lot more problems will be solved in a smoother fashion. Because for sure, just trying to heal a wound by just putting a plaster over it, putting another plaster, putting another plaster, putting another plaster, when it's infected, that has its own organism within itself. Sometimes you really got to fix the deeper problem to then solve the surface level issue. So yeah, really what I'm trying to say is that I'm really trying to endorse a different way of thinking. I'm not saying this is the right way or the wrong way. I'm just saying that I'm just trying to raise awareness, really, and start a discussion, because I still want to learn more as well. And similar-minded people, I'm super interested just to share knowledge and discuss. these kind of things, just because I feel like they're so relevant to the future generation, the younger generation, you know, the modern society. So yeah, you know, shoot me a message if you're interested, and check out the Beats and Beats program as well if you're interested, and thank you for your time.